new ones I haven't really seen.
Okay, we're rolling.
He used to say, think of something worse. That's easy. She could have grown up and developed into a real person before this happened. Or been one of those highly intelligent spastics that don't have use of their arms. That's worse, I think, than being some sort of living turnip. But if the doctors or the vicars or my mother's ointment had got to her, then she'd have developed into just one personality. But over the years, we've given her dozens.
You mentioned something about the fruit of your loins, turnips.
What, Joe?
Sheila's got a theory about Joe's birth. She doesn't blame the doctors. She blames herself.
I don't say that. I say it wasn't entirely the doctors.
That vicar told us it was the devil's doing. Why don't you believe that? It's about as brilliant.
It all comes down to what you believe.
I'll tell you what I believe.
I know what you believe.
I believe that God's a sort of manic, depressive rugby footballer type. I offered him a rare genuflection the day Joe was born, and he looked down at me, and he thought, I'll fix that bastard. And he did. I forgot to tell you what happened while you were out.
What?
Well, first I fed Joe, but she kept having fits and whimpering, so I thought maybe the spasm's hurting her. So I used that method of loosening it up that you learned from that female wrestler.
Physiotherapist.
Yeah. So I took her arms and I wrapped them across her chest and I held them really tight and pushed her head forward till it was rammed in between her collarbones, as though you're trying to make a parcel. I don't know whether it's any use or anything, but I faced the fact long ago that I enjoy it. Find myself smiling when she cries. But tonight, she wouldn't stop even when I let her go.
Oh, the spasm must have been hurting her, poor love.
No, listen a minute. It got her into bed, and no sooner than that she started all that gulping and lip smacking and opening and closing her blind eyes, stretching her arms, the grand mal. And I thought to myself, that's it. That's the lot. All you can do. Pains and fits, and not for the first time in 10 years, I found myself wondering, is it even worth it?
Worth what?
The effort.
We don't have a choice.
Anyway, when the fit was over, I put her in her chair, and I took a cushion, and I put it over her mouth and nose, and held them there while I counted to 100. There was no struggle or anything. It just seemed peaceful.
What?
And when it was all over, I took the cushion away, and I plugged in the electrodes, and I went, live! Live!
Honestly, Brian!
You almost believed me, didn't you?
I should know by now. I'm gonna go see her.
Did you feel relieved at all? Even for a second? To think that I'd done it?
Don't be silly.
Even a teensy-weensy drop relieved to think that it was all over?
How could I? Honestly.
She's not alive. What can she do? Asphyxiation delayed 10 years by drugs. Cut.
Yeah.
Woo!
The reason also I'm making it last so long is
No,
because
that's perfect.
I can't
Oh my
reach
God,
the